and this isn't going to be a reaction video. This is going to be a different kind of video, a video that I don't do very often, and it's basically to talk about a controversy that's been going on YouTube recently. Nothing massive really, because it's not about any massive YouTubers really. But the controversy that I want to talk about is the whole Suzy Lu thing that's happening at the moment. Now, up until this whole controversy went, up until this whole controversy has become a big thing, and I've seen videos and I've heard things that people have said about her, and evidence that backs up what people have been saying about her. And some of the tweets that I've seen her send out and some of the things that I've seen her say, I've kind of seen a different side to her. And before this whole thing happened, I was a massive fan of Suzy Lu. I've watched her play through nearly all the Uncharted games, which I absolutely loved, among other games. And I thought she was a brilliant YouTuber. I thought she was a genuinely nice person, and I thought she was a very humble person. Well, since this whole controversy came to light, as I say, I've seen a different side to her, and she isn't the person that I thought she was. Now, if you don't know what this controversy is, it's basically that she's been abusing the copyright, abusing basically the copyright rule when it comes to YouTube. Because she's basically been, anybody that has any kind of criticism to say about her in a video, she's been flagging their videos and been trying to get them videos being taken down by filing a claim that it's abuse and hate. And although you might be able to class it as abuse and hate in these videos, no one is saying anything that is actually strictly untrue. Because some of the tweets that she sent out and some of the things that she sent, and messages that I've seen, and the videos that I've seen of her and what she said, it's clearly shown that she's got an ego. Now, whether you want to say that it's a big ego, whether you want to say it's a small ego, that's up to you. My personal opinion, I think it's a big ego. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples of why I think that she's got a big ego, and why I don't think she has the right to have a big ego. Not that anybody has the right to have a big ego, but she just doesn't have the right. She's not big enough, she's not good enough to have an ego, so it kind of annoys me. But anyway, a few examples. So there was these tweets that she sent out, and I'm just gonna get them up here so that I've got them here as evidence. So if you just give me a second. Twitter, that's what I want. There was tweets that she sent out, and basically it was all about the copyright stuff, and basically saying that these YouTubers that were making these hate videos and that were using her content were irrelevant and they didn't matter. And to me, that's bullying. Number one, that's bullying, and number two, that's showing that she's got a big ego, that she thinks that she's better than everybody else, and that these small YouTubers who work their arse off just as much as she works her arse off are irrelevant because they've got less subscribers than her. That's not right. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you've got. If you enjoy what you do, then it doesn't matter how many subscribers you've got. Everybody that makes YouTube videos works their arse off making them YouTube videos. I wouldn't say that I work my arse off making YouTube videos, because I'm not great at editing, so I don't really edit my videos. I only really add intro and outro, which really isn't that hard. I'm being completely honest. I'm not going to bullshit you and say that I work hard on my videos, because I don't. But I enjoy making videos, and I try my hardest to make my videos entertaining. When it comes to the technical side of stuff, no, I don't really make the effort with my videos. I just put an intro and an outro, and I put my video out there. To be fair, I don't really have a lot in my video that I would like to edit out. So, if there was something in my video that I wanted to edit out, I would be able to do that. But anyway, we're getting off topic. So I'm just gonna get these tweets up now. Watch her have deleted these now, because this is what people have been referring to, like other people that have been making videos about her. They've also referred to these tweets, so she's probably taken them down. Sorry, I'm just trying to find these tweets. I don't think I'm going to be able to find them because she tweets a lot. But anyway, but the basics of the tweets that she was sending out was basically saying that smaller YouTubers than her were irrelevant. Not true. Not true at all. Because there's smaller YouTubers that I am subscribed to, in my opinion, that are more entertaining and more talented than her. Yet they don't seem to get the time of day. Yet somebody like Suzy Lu, because she's a little bit attractive and she's got a little bit of a sense of humour to her, she gets all these subscribers. Now, she's just, I don't know, I've completely turned against her, and you know, it's resulted in me unsubscribing from her. Now, if Suzy ever sees this video, she'd probably say, oh, well, you weren't a true fan to start with. Yes, I was. I've been subscribed to Suzy Lu for years. I've been pretty much a fan of hers since she started. Now, she probably wouldn't know that because I don't really comment on her videos. I don't really comment on anything that she puts, like when in the discussion things. I don't really comment on anything that she has to say. I read her stuff and I watch her videos, but she probably doesn't have the first clue who I am because I don't comment, on a regular basis. She's only going to know people who comment on a regular basis. But anyway, I was a true fan. Up until very recently, I was a true fan, and I thought that she was talented. Not because she's, a little bit attractive, but because she was generally funny, and her reactions were, amazing. So, but all these things that have come out and come to light, it's completely turned me against her. Not because I wasn't a true fan to start with, just generally because, just generally because, the evidence that has been shown and the person that she is turned out to be, it's just not a very nice person. So that's that part. So that's that part of the controversy. Then she tweeted very recently. In fact, before I go on to the tweet that she tweeted before, I want to just kind of talk about Stejo. And Stejo is Suzy Lu's boyfriend, and the video that he recently put out defending his girlfriend. He made matters 10 times worse by releasing that video, because he was defending her, saying that she didn't have an ego, that she was one of the nicest people that he knew, and that he knew her better than anybody else, blah, 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 blah. He made it 10 times worse, because he's not going to release a video about his girlfriend and agree with what everybody's saying, is he? Of course he's going to defend his girlfriend. There was no need for him to make a video defending his girlfriend. He could have just done that by sending a tweet or something like that. There was no need for him to make a video. He made things 10 times worse. That was one of the final straws for me, really, when it came to thinking about unsubscribing from Suzy Lu. That video of his, along with everything else that has happened, and the truth, and the person that I believe that Suzy Lu actually is, made me unsubscribe from her. So I think he just made things 10 times worse. And not only that, he's probably one of the dumbest people that I've ever actually fucking watched on YouTube. Because the things that he said in that video were just fucking stupid. He pretends to be this fucking really smart guy who's supposed to be a lawyer, yet he says such dumb stuff, and this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen him say. Now, he sent this tweet out because apparently in one of his videos he said coloured in describing like a black person. I'm trying to say it nicely, I don't want to offend anybody, but that's basically what he was saying. So he sends a tweet out, and it says this: I was always brought up to know that coloured was the nice way of describing a black person. What am I supposed to say? I'm generally asking if coloured isn't the nice way of saying it. Please tell me what I'm supposed to say. Are you serious, Tijo? If you were brought up in knowledge that that was the nice way of calling somebody who was a black person, if you were brought up to be told, if you were brought up to know that that was a nice way of saying it, your parents obviously have no clue. Now, I don't want to get into slating someone's parents and you know, going off on a tangent and slating people, but I just don't understand. Like, perhaps it's not his fault. Perhaps he was brought up to, you know, knowing that that was a nice way of saying it. So perhaps it's not his fault. Perhaps that's just the only thing he knew. My opinion, I blame his parents, because if he was brought up that way, it's his parents' fault for telling him that is the right way of saying it, because they clearly know that's not the right way of describing a black person nicely. If you want to use a nice term, I'm not sure what the nice term is these days, because there's so many different terms that offend people these days, and the world has gone fucking mad on, you know, on offensive terms and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't know what the proper term is. I don't think, you know, I think like saying like what I've been saying, like black, I don't think that's a bad way of saying it. I'm not saying it's the best way, but, you know, coloured is certainly not the right way of describing a black person. It's really not. So yeah, that was one of the tweets that he literally sent out, and he was legitimately asking what he should actually say. Now, again, perhaps it's not his fault. That's just the way he was brought up. But Jesus Christ, it's unfair on his parents to instill that in him, knowing that they actually know that that isn't the right way. What were they doing? Were they pranking him? Were they joking with him? Did they want him to get in trouble? Did they hate him when he was a kid? All these things go around in my head, because no sane parent would say coloured is the right way to describe a black person and actually believe that. So I don't know. I don't know about that. But anyway, he made things 10 times worse, not only by sending that tweet, but by making a video defending Suzy Lu. Not because it's a bad thing to defend your girlfriend, because you're always going to defend your girlfriend. If someone's saying something bad about your girlfriend and you're in love with her, you know, you're going to defend her. So, you know, he was going to defend her. He wasn't going to release a video and talk shit about Suzy Lu, was he? He was going to defend her. But there was no need to make that video, because we all knew he was going to defend her. Send a tweet. That's all you needed to do, Cjo. You didn't need to make this whole video, because you made things 10 times worse. Not only did you piss people off, you also made a laughing stock of yourself, because the things that you said in that video was just so dumb, and you basically proved what we all knew all along, that you aren't actually a lawyer and that you're just pretending to be a lawyer. So I don't know. It's just unbelievable how dumb some people can actually be. But anyway, moving back to Suzy Lu, and this is the last thing I'm going to say on this, and this is probably going to get flagged by Suzy Lu if she actually ever sees this, and I'm sure there's going to be some people that disagree with me and say that I was never a real fan in the first place. That's why I've unsubscribed from Suzy Lu. That's why I've turned on her so quick. I didn't turn on her quick. When all this first started, I was defending her, and I sent a couple of comments on the video that she made about this whole thing, and I defended her, and I said, just keep being you, you're amazing. I defended her, and I kept on defending her, but the more the evidence built up in the more the evidence built up not in her favour, so basically saying that she had an ego and that she was a hypocrite, the evidence that built up to back up what people were saying about her, it just made me, and then the tweets that she sent out, it was just a shock to me, and I thought, I can't support somebody like that. I can't support somebody who thinks that they're better than everybody else when they've only got 250k subscribers. I'm not saying that's not a massive, or 240k, whatever she's got. I'm not saying that's not a massive achievement, because it is. You know, I'd love to have that many subscribers, but to have such a big ego and think that you're better than everybody else when you're quite low on the spectrum when it comes to subscribers on YouTube. Like, look at somebody like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye. Now, I don't know what they're like in real life, but I personally, and you may disagree, but I personally think Jacksepticeye and Markiplier are so humble and are two of the nicest guys that I've ever seen on YouTube. I don't know them in real life. I don't know what they're like in real life, but I do think that they're two of the nicest guys, yet they've got like 20 odd million subscribers. So if they were to have big egos, I could kind of excuse it, because they are two of the biggest YouTubers on YouTube, you know? So, but somebody that's got 240k subscribers, which I'm not taking away from that achievement, it's a great achievement. I'd love to have that many subscribers. But you don't have the right to have a big ego. No one has the right to have a big ego, but to have such a big ego and be so big-headed and think you're better than everybody else when you've got such, you know, you're so low on the spectrum of YouTube subscribers compared to a lot of other channels. It's just not right. But anyway, moving on to this last tweet that she sent. In fact, no, before I move on to that, sorry, I will get to it in a minute. But I just want to say this, right? Suzy Lu is a bully, because she picks on smaller YouTube channels because she knows that she could get them shut down and get them taken off YouTube, because she's a bigger YouTuber, and YouTube are always going to side with her because she makes them more money than someone like me or somebody who has less subscribers than her. Now, it shouldn't work that way. YouTube should be completely fair, but YouTube are not going to be completely fair. It's always all about money. Whatever company that you work for or that you see, it's always the same. You know, it's all about money. Even a company that really doesn't have any money problems, like YouTube, like Google, like the WWE, for instance, they still just care about money. And it bewilders me. But anyway, so Suzy Lu they're always going to side with Suzy Lu. But my question to you, Suzy, if you actually end up watching this video, would you, if say someone like Markiplier, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Dan TDM, if any of them massive YouTubers were to make a video about you, slating you and saying that you're a hypocrite, that you have a massive ego, this, that, and that, you know, all the, you know, just slating you and slating Stejo, would you try and get their video taken down and get their channel shut down? No, you wouldn't, because you'd lose, and not only would you lose, you'd probably lose your channel at the same time. So, if you wouldn't do it to a bigger YouTuber, don't do it to a smaller YouTuber, unless there's actually something in that video that is so offensive that you believe that it should be taken down. By all means, flag it, because I'd do the same. If someone made a video about me and I thought, fucking hell, that's really, really offensive to me, I would flag it as well. But don't just flag every little video that says just a little bit of criticism. Because when anybody starts on YouTube, whether they want to make a career out of it or whether they want to do it for fun, you know, by starting a YouTube channel, whether or not you want to make a career out of it or not, you know that you're going to get criticism. You know there's going to be people out there that are going to troll you, that are going to say bad things about you, whether or not you do any bad things in your videos, whether or not that you know, whether or not you're a good YouTuber, you are going to get hate. You're going to get people sending you horrible messages and having a go at you. And I've had it. I've had people send horrible messages about my voice, about my appearance, multiple things. And I just brush it off because it's part and parcel of YouTube. You're going to get hate. You're going to get people that don't like certain things about you. But you cannot make it on YouTube by being offended by every little thing that somebody says. If you cannot take criticism, a YouTube career is not for you. And Suzy Lu, if you really cannot take criticism at the point that you're at 240k subscribers, what are you going to be like if you get to 1 million subscribers when there's a lot more people who know about you? You're going to get a lot more hate, you're going to get a lot more criticism for one thing or another. Even if you don't do much wrong, for one thing or another, you're going to get a lot more hate because a lot more people are going to know about you. So how are you going to cope with it then? If you can't cope with it when you're at 240k subscribers, I would stop right now before you get any higher in subscribers, because you're not going to be able to take it when you get to 1 million subscribers, or 2 million, or 3 million. You're just not going to be able to take it. So that's what I wanted to say on that. So the tweet that she sent out, which was another reason that I unsubscribed from her, it just added to the reasons. So she sent this tweet out, and it basically said that, in fact, I probably could get that one up because she's literally only just sent it out really a couple of days ago. So if you just give me a second and I'll get it up, because I want to actually say word for word what she actually said. Right, okay, so here we go. This is the tweet that she sent out, right? So, she sent this tweet. As a female YouTuber who averages at 1k viewers fully covered. Now, I'm not being funny, but she averages 1k views and she's got 240k subscribers. I mean, what the fuck's that about? I mean, okay, I average about, I'll be honest, about 15 views per video, and I have 362 subscribers. So, okay, it's a similar thing, but seriously, like, averaging 1k viewers when you've got that many subscribers isn't great. Anyway, as a female streamer who averages 1k viewers fully covered, I personally think that booby streamers are an embarrassment to female girls, and they set a terrible example. So basically, she's saying that, you know, female Twitch streamers or female YouTube streamers who use Twitter as a way of gaining fans by showing their body off are an embarrassment. Now, I'm not saying that some girls literally just show themselves off to get fans, because some do. But there's some girls on Twitter, and I'm not going to name because I'm actually following one of them on Twitter, and she doesn't use her nude pictures or anything like that to get fans. She doesn't. She uses her body and makes these and takes these pictures as art. She doesn't do it because it as anything sexual. She does it as art. She does it because she's comfortable with her body and she wants to show off her body, and there's nothing wrong with that. The Twitter is completely separate from her Twitch channel. Obviously, she's not going to do that on her Twitch channel because obviously you're not allowed to do that on Twitch. So the fact that Suzy Lu said this, she's got her opinions, that's fair enough. But this is why not only has she got an ego, she's a hypocrite as well. A couple of bits of evidence as to why she's a hypocrite, and I'll go through them in a minute. So, she sent this tweet out, and I thought, okay, fair enough, yeah, she does appear in every single one of her videos covered. So I was looking through the comment. Comments, just scrolling through. I was like, okay, yeah, most people didn't agree with her and were giving her hate in the comments. So I was just scrolling through, reading some of her comments. So just scrolling through. And there was this one video. This one, a couple of pictures actually, that she took. And One of them was basically she was wearing this black top that was very see-through, and she was pretty much, well, actually no, it's like it's like an all-in-one thing, um, and it doesn't really leave much to the imagination. Yet she's saying that girls that take these pictures are disgusting and an embarrassment. Yet she took a couple of pictures like this. So there's one like that, and there's another one even worse than that one, in my opinion. Let me see if I can find it. I didn't realise it was so far down in the... Yeah, so here we go. Another few pictures on her Instagram. I don't follow on Instagram, but there's a few other pictures here that I didn't even know existed, and she is basically just wearing a bra and she's taking a picture of herself in a bra. Quite a few pictures like that. There's more pictures actually than I thought. People have posted obviously since I last looked, but there's another thing, and it's a thumbnail from one of her videos, and it's basically, she says she averages 1k viewers always fully clothed. There's nothing wrong with showing a bit of cleavage. It doesn't mean you're a BB streamer, but this is why she's a hypocrite. So she put a thumbnail. Basically, she says she's always covered. Yet this certain thumbnail, she's wearing a low-cut top, showing cleavage, quite a lot of cleavage, I may add, and, you know, she says it's an embarrassment to do that. She says it's an embarrassment. You know, yet she says she's always fully clothed. Clearly not. She says she never shows her cleavage. Clearly not. So there's that. Here we go. Here's the picture I was looking for. So this was the first picture that I actually saw. The other pictures that I was just telling you about, I've literally just saw now. But this was the picture that I saw before. So, so I was just looking at the time. So, she posted a picture on Instagram, and posting a picture of herself because she just dyed her hair brown. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But why would you post a picture of yourself? You know, post a picture of yourself with your new hair colour, by all means. But why do you need to be in a bra which doesn't leave much to the imagination because it's quite see-through? Why do you need to be wearing a bra to take that picture? Why can't you just be fully clothed, you know, smiling in a picture with your new hair colour? Why do you have to be wearing a bra? So that was the first picture I saw when I was scrolling through the comments. I saw that picture, I thought, how much of a hypocrite is she? And now that I've just seen all them different pictures, I didn't even realise they existed, of her taking pictures of herself in a bra and then showing cleavage in one of her videos, which there's nothing wrong with, but she's brought this on herself by saying this shit. She's just a massive hypocrite. So that's one bit of evidence as to why she's a massive hypocrite. Another bit of evidence as to why she's a massive hypocrite is, so she said that, you know, you shouldn't use other people's content unless it's deemed fair use. So when Suzy Lu's channel was pretty much just starting, she decided to stream BBC's coverage of the election. So the presidential election, you know, who was going to be elected president between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. She decided to stream the whole thing. Now, she didn't put herself over it, she didn't talk over it, it was literally BBC stream on her channel on YouTube. How she got away with that, I don't know. But how is that fair use? You've not contacted BBC and asked them yourself, can I use your content on YouTube? No, you have not. You have not got the permission to use that, yet you used it. And got loads of views, meaning that you got loads of subscribers. So she says that you shouldn't use content unless it's deemed fair use. Yet she used a whole stream of BBC's on her channel. Massive hypocrite. I wouldn't have such a problem with Suzy Lu if she didn't send tweets out and didn't say things and have a go at people for things that she actually does herself. anyway, I'm pretty much at the end of this video now. This video went on a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but there was a lot of things I wanted to discuss. I wasn't even going to make this video, but I thought, you know what? I've got so much to say about this situation. And I didn't want to make a video with literally not knowing anything, because I thought people are just going to have a go at me and say, oh, you don't know fuck all, blah, blah, blah. But I've been watching other people's videos. I've been seeing the tweets that she sent out. I've been seeing, you know, a lot of the different pictures that she's put out, you know, that I didn't even know existed. And then she has to cheat to send that tweet out about, you know, booby streams are an embarrassment. Yeah, okay, then. I'm not saying they're not, but she's just a hypocrite for saying that. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that I knew all the little details before I decided to make this video, because I didn't want people to think that I didn't know what I was talking about. So anyway, can I say I hope you enjoyed this video? I'll just say it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more videos, I won't say it like this, but if you want more reaction videos from me, hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.